All right, back with David Grinder, one of the most creative real estate investors I know. Obviously, mean that as a compliment. And tell me, in one of your duplexes right now, one of your doors. So tell me about this deal.
So this was a really interesting deal.
Okay.
I had to get really creative to get it done. It was a package of 47 units, but the seller wanted to sell it without having anyone do inspections on it. They didn't want to disturb any of their tenants. They didn't want to have any hassle. Just take it and that's it. So obviously, I saw the properties, where they were located, and I thought there was potential. The rents were really low.
Yeah.
Like this unit was renting for $600, and now we're going to be getting it rented for $1,150.
Mm-hmm.
So a big increase, and I know there's potential there, but I had to figure out how to get the deal done.
Yeah.
So I started thinking about it, and I said, okay, how about if I just come walk all the properties myself, not have an inspector come in, not have an appraisal done, just one time, quick walkthrough all the units to make sure there's nothing crazy going on. And so they said, yeah, we'll do that. And I was like, okay, so to get that done, I'm going to have to buy it cash. So $3.2 million. Now I don't have $3.2 million in cash, right? Who has that sitting right? So what I did is I went to an investor who had invested me with another deal, and I said, hey, there's a big opportunity. Maybe I'll put a couple of investors together. We get $3.2 million, and we do this. And he was like, okay, yeah, I'll do about half of it. I was like, okay, great. I got half of it done. Let's go get the rest. And then he calls me like a week later. He's like, no, I want to do all of it. So, okay. He put in $3.2 million, and we were 50-50 partners on it until I refinance everything and pay him all his money back. Then we go to 75-25.
Okay.
I get 75, he gets 25, but he gets all his money back.
Yeah.
So we bought the property, $3.2 million cash, came in, told the tenants, hey, rent's going up a little bit, you can move out, you can stay, bumped them up from about 600 to 800, and the ones that decided to move out, I come in and do a remodel like this, and bump the rents up even more.
Nice.
We even did do a refinance, we just didn't pull all his money out yet.
Okay.
So in about 3 months, I went to another bank and was like, hey, I got the valuation here, let's get a refinance. I mean, for example, this is a duplex, 68 a unit, comes to about like 138,000, I think, or something like that, is what I paid for a duplex. And in this area, duplexes are now going for like 250.
Yeah.
So I mean, the value's there for a refinance.
Yeah. Man, there's so many things I want to ask you about. So how did you find it, first off?
So I went to a meetup once, and I told them, if anyone ever has a deal, bring it to me and I'll do it. Yeah. So one guy who's not even from Chattanooga, he started like wholesaling for a deal for me. He found me a duplex. It wasn't the best deal, but I wanted to encourage him. So I went to buy the deal, and I just told him I would pay him finder's fee.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll give you $10,000, I'll get the property. But there was already a realtor involved, so we had to go through the realtor. But it wasn't a problem for me because I wasn't really wholesaling. He wasn't really wholesaling.
Right.
I was like, once I close, I just send him a check.
Yeah.
No problem. And then I met with that realtor, we did the duplex, and was like, hey, would you be interested in anything more? And he was the realtor who got me this deal,
cool.
Off market, but like before he even brought it anywhere, it was like, hey, can we figure out how to get that done?
You're probably one of the best people I know too, aside from being creative, in terms of like, people say like networking, but you do a good job of like, you're nice to everybody. And you're upfront and honest with everybody, but you do a good job of like, when you're at the closing table, you do what you say you're gonna do and deliver. It's such basic business fundamentals, but few people do it, so I'm sure you've got that.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you don't mind, tell me like a little, this unit, we won't do a walkthrough. Is this a 2-bedroom?
Yeah, 2-bedroom.
And I mean, the flooring looks great, the paint looks great. How much roughly did it cost just to remodel?
The remodel in this cost me about $5,000.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So like less than a 1-year payback.
Yeah.
You're gonna get crazy rents. That's awesome. How much of the portfolio have you like renovated?
That I was surprised. I thought in the beginning I was like, okay, probably like 50% of the people will move out when I raised the rent from 600 to 800. That's a large percentage increase. But surprisingly, only so far I think 5 out of the portfolio have moved out.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
But as they do, I'll let them even get higher rents. It's kind of like, I'm happy if they stay because I didn't have to do any work.
Yeah.
I'm also happy if they leave.
Yeah,
because
that's awesome.
I can get a bit more rent.
That is awesome. So obviously, creative acquisition strategy, creative financing. I love it. Have you read Steve Schwarzman's biography?
No.
The book. Yeah. So he has a great line in there that I took away from the book. He was like most people look at the risk of a deal. Is like he looks at it like the risk is not doing the deal. If it's like a home run layup, like this deal is like you don't need to walk the like this is a deal. Like you don't need like this is so this is your attitude, right? Like the risk is not doing this. Like I'll find a way. You got it done. You get no cash out of pocket, but you get a little bit of the equity.
Half the equity.
That's right.
75% later.
That's right. Exactly. It's huge. It's absolutely. It's huge. So yeah, that's awesome, man.
And yeah, it's right. That's what I figured is as long as I don't see anything glaring,
right.
I know there's things that are gonna pop up. Like I had to replace a couple of roofs. There was some, in another unit there was some cast iron pipe that we needed to replace because it was getting all clogged up. Like those are big expenses. But I expect that in something this size, and it's all going to be a wash, and I'm going to have such a higher valuation, it doesn't even matter.
Right. Any portfolio at this size is going to have. I mean, that's actually not bad at all. So that's awesome, man. Great job.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.